Welcome to the 1-Star Weak Foot Show, FIFA 21 edition, starring your host, 1-Star Weak Foot, and our review specialist, 1-Star Weak Foot. Bow! Good evening, beautiful people of YouTube, and welcome to the 1-Star Weak Foot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews. I'm going to be your host today, 1-Star Weak Foot, and it makes me feel great to see you back on the channel. Thanks as always for tuning in. So, as you guys know, I've been a little lazy with my player reviews this week. I normally try to put out at least one more during the week or two more during the week to give you guys something to munch on, pretty much. But today, we're stopping all that. Today, we are dropping our second Prime Icon Moments review. It's a player we tried earlier in the week. It's going to be none other than Prime Icon Moments, Okocha. So guys, let's go ahead and look at this card. And you might be wondering, why is he a concept player? Well, it's really simple. I bought him for 1.7 million when I did try him, and his price has jumped up to 2 million. So at that price, I couldn't just wait for myself to do the review. I had to go ahead and sell him. But for information's sake, I did play him 2 games in co-op rivals, 4 games in division rivals, and I believe I got like 3 goals and 4 assists from the camp position. And when you look at this card, he's 5'8". He has medium-low work rates. He's right-footed with a 5-star skills and a 4-star weak foot. He looks like a very well-rounded card. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, if you want more content like this, do me a big solid and hit the like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, as always, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody, as always, for watching this video. So, when you look at this Okocha card, I mean, he represents exactly what I want out of Prime Icon Moments. Taking these legends of the game that are just not meta in FIFA for whatever reason, giving them a little sprinkle, giving them a little boost, and now suddenly they look like a dangerous card. This Okocha card is it, because for any year in FIFA, this Okocha card is just not that great as far as his prime, his mid, his baby. But this year was his year. I mean, this year was the year that some people were actually using his baby version. Some people were actually using his prime version because of dribbling being so OP and him having the 5-star skills and the extremely smooth dribbling. And now he has the end product to go with it. He has some pace as well to add some dynamic ability when he's on and off the ball. And his shooting and passing stats, like I said, give him that clinicality that he was missing before. So we're going to wonder, or we're going to answer the question here, is he worth the price tag? Because he's very expensive on the market. What price tag would be a good price tag for him? And how he plays in game. Will we jump into the gameplay? You know what? Let's do it. We're going to jump into the gameplay. I'm going to take you over to our review specialist in the studios, 1-Star Weak Foot. Take it away. All right, so according to Footbin, this Okocha card is going to be costing you 1.9 million on the PS4 market. Is he worth it? I would have to say not at that price. But once he hits the low 1 million coin mark, maybe 1 to 1.2 million, I do think he's a decent value. We're going to talk about the stats, starting with the pace. He has 89 pace, and you might be wondering, is he quick enough for the meta? Is he going to be able to get him behind? My answer is yes to both of those things, but because of his 87 sprint speed not being in the high 90s, unless you throw a shadow or hunter chem style on him, he's not going to stay in behind. He's not somebody you want to get him behind and stay in behind. He's more so somebody you want to use his acceleration, because he has 92 acceleration. He's able to burst out of skill moves, and he has a close control when he does it, so he's very hard to dispossess when he's dribbling. So I think that's the best way to use him. Overall, though, I have to give his pace an 8.5 out of 10. He's definitely very quick, and you definitely notice the speed boost over his prime and his mid versions. Next, we'll talk about shooting, and you might be wondering, is his shooting viable at the striker position? No, not quite. But he does have a very good shot on him. And because of how good his dribbling is, and let me tell you, spoiler alert, his dribbling is amazing. He gets himself into such positions where he can just hit sitter after sitter after sitter. So my thing is, if you get him from the right angle in the box, it's going to hit the back of the net, because he has 83 finishing as well as the 97 shot power, which helps him really beat the keeper when his accuracy is kind of lacking. His 89 attack positioning means that he gets into dangerous positions. You really notice that despite his medium attacking work rates. And his long shots, while it's hard to test because everybody just has a million people parked in front of the box, were very respectable as well. Overall, this guy's shooting is an 8 out of 10, all right? At the camp position, I think it's fine. As a striker or somebody you want to be scoring a lot of goals, he might let you down from time to time. Next, we'll talk about his passing, and I really enjoyed this aspect of the card as well. He's very much a playmaker on this game rather than somebody you want at the end of the chances. And it comes down to his 88 vision, his 85 short passing, his 96 curve. And the curve really allows him to make these passes in tight, congested areas that other players can't make. His 80 long passing means that His through balls are very nice. His dribbling passes have a nice weight to them. And overall, I have to give his passing surprisingly a 9 out of 10. At the cam position, he was brilliant as far as like creating plays, bringing other players into the game, and I really enjoyed that. Next, we're going to talk about his dribbling, and yo, this guy's dribbling is absolutely cracked. It's broken, whatever adjective you want to use. This guy's dribbling is absolutely insane. He feels extremely nimble on the ball, very easy to turn, even with just the left stick. And when you get to his skill moves, I mean, Jesus Christ, the way he pulls them off is very reminiscent of a souped up Neymar, very reminiscent of souped up Mbappe. He feels just so nimble, so explosive, but at the same time, he has the finesse to keep the ball in tight areas that you want out of an elite dribbler on this game. And I mean, when you look at the stats, it makes sense. 94 agility, 97 dribbling, 94 ball control. I mean, this man cannot be dispossessed if you know what you're doing as far as dribbling goes. 92 composure means that in tight areas, he's going to be able to still get the pass off. He's still going to be able to keep possession, and his shots won't be affected by pressure very much. Overall, this guy's dribbling is a perfect 10 out of 10. If you like 5-star skillers, if you're really good at skilling on this game, you're really going to be able to get the best out of this Okocha card. Finally, we'll be talking about his physical, and unfortunately, even with a prime icon moments boost, there's nothing really to talk about here. 63 strength and 43 aggression make him feel very much like Neymar on the game, being that he does get bullied if you don't know how to dribble very well. If you try to sprint into traffic rather than taking your time, you might get bullied. What I will say though is that he's still very sticky on the ball. He still gets a lot of rebounds despite his low aggression. His 77 stamina means that he might not last all game for most people. That's okay. You might need a sub for him. Overall, this guy's physical is a 5 out of 10. Alright guys, so what's the final verdict on Okocha? I think he's an amazing card for a few reasons. And mainly it's just because of the playmaking ability. When you have such a good dribbler on this game, it really opens a lot of doors, a lot of opportunities that other players just can't do. His passing is very nice. His pace boost is definitely noticeable on this card. And his finishing means that he can keep the opposition honest when he's inside the box. He's a very well-rounded attacker, although he's not the most clinical player. And overall, I have to give him actually a 9 out of 10. His dribbling is out of this world, and honestly, having an elite dribbler on this game is so important, so that's why I think he's so suited to the meta. That being said, he will have some cons. You're gonna have to think about it, being that he doesn't have the stamina. So if he's gonna be your marquee player, you might be upset when he has to come off in the 80th minute. His finishing is very good, but if you're relying on him to be the main striker of your team, he's not gonna be that great, but use him to his strengths and he is magic. Alright guys, so that's going to be my Okocha review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it once again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one, but until then,